Sawasdee Club. I'm Thomas Ripsum, President and CEO at Martin Guitars. I've been with the company almost 3.5 years now, and before that I spent a whole career in business working with different companies, but I've also loved guitars my whole life, originally from Germany but lived in the United States a long time, and I'm just so happy to be here and thank you for listening in. Well, I learned to play the guitars when I was a teenager. I was influenced by people like Elvis Presley and then got really into progressive music like Pink Floyd or Yes and those kind of companies. And the guitar from childhood was my favorite instrument, and so I learned to play them and collect them, and I also like to create music. So if you go to the streaming platforms, you'll find several of my albums out there. So I really love music and I love guitars. The name of the band is Seeds of Imagination. I think when you listen to my music, you will absolutely know what my influences were that got me to create this kind of music. Well, I think it helps a lot to connect with an instrument. You know, as a player myself, what matters to me is the sound and sounds of different guitars, the aesthetics, but also the feel, as well as the history and the artists that have played the instruments that inspired me. And so when I think about Martin Guitars, my love for Martin Guitars was very much influenced by the quality of the guitars, the sound, the playability, the aesthetics, and then the huge and long history and heritage to have a brand like Martin that's so iconic and has been and continues to be played by so many incredibly well-known artists in different genres. Yeah, I think the first and foremost, Martin Guitars has been family owned and it's been a family business throughout its history. And in terms of history, last year we celebrated 190 years of the company. So it's an incredibly long time. The values beyond being a family business have always centered around the love for craftsmanship and quality, the love for people. Ultimately, Martin Guitars are still handmade with obviously help from tools, but people still touch every part of the process. So we care a lot about people, investing, training, developing our people. And then I think the other value that's really important is that we participate actively in the communities we are part of. You know, we are here in Nazareth, and Nazareth is part of the Lehigh Valley, and Martin throughout its history has actively supported the community. We have a Martin Foundation, we have an internal donations committee, and so we support our community financially, but we also have people from Martin that volunteer a lot of their free time to help with service projects, participating in boards of a lot of different organizations in the Lehigh Valley. And we are also part, and we have been a long supporter of the musical instruments industry. We are part of the NAMM organization and international organizations to also play an active role in the industry we are part of. And we support artists and different organizations in the industry financially or with direct support as well. The last thing I would say, and I think that is becoming increasingly more important, is a core value of Martin Guitars has been to be a responsible company when it comes to the environment as well. So, we source materials and tone woods from around the world, and we want to source them in a way to be sustainable. And we have many activities within the company to not just take from the environment, but give back. So we're here in Nazareth at Martin Guitars factory, and we are actually in our brand new Experience Center. We launched that about 2 weeks ago. And what is the Experience Center about? It's really about our sense that custom guitars have become more and more attractive out there in the market. It's been a part of our business that's grown tremendously. So we wanted to create a space that allows us to work more closely with our dealers, our distributors, artists, and select customers to imagine, design, and create custom guitars. It's really important for us, an important part of our business. And so the space we are in has different parts. It has meeting rooms, it has this beautiful tone booth where people can try out guitars and amplify guitars. And it can also be used for the space here can be used for events with our partners or for our internal events or community events. So, and the atmosphere we wanted to create was an atmosphere that's relaxed, that's inspiring. So you will see, lots of artist imagery, artists we've worked with. Custom guitars are on display in the different rooms. And it's really a place where we can have meetings with our partners. They can select woods, they can see samples of different parts, and we can create and design a guitar, and our partners will immediately see how it will look. And so we hope this will help us together to do more with custom guitars, custom designed guitars. And we've been talking about it for a long time. Now we have it, and we're really excited about what we can do with it. I do have quite a few Martin guitars in my collection. To me, every Martin guitar adds something unique, and I personally also paint. I'm a painter. I love to create, and I always think about different guitars as part of your palette that you have at your disposal, right? So my first Martin guitar was an MC68. It was a flame maple guitar, beautiful cutaway, probably a little bit an unusual sound, much brighter than a Dreadnought, for example. But that was my first one, and I loved it. I love to pick, finger picking style playing, so it was perfect for me. It's been with our family the longest, but I have others as well. I think some people may know about our Authentic line, where we reissue guitars that were made maybe in the 30s or 40s in the last century, and we make them just like they were made then. And we have a way to age the wood to bring out the tonal profiles of the guitars from those periods. And so I, for example, also have a D28 1937 Authentic, which I absolutely love. And so I have lots of different Martin guitars in my arsenal. I have a few custom shop guitars. And I should probably mention, I also have a guitar that I'm personally very, very proud of. because I designed it, and that is the CEO 10. The CEO line was a line that was created by Chris Martin, the previous CEO and current owner of the company. He created the line with the idea that it would allow the CEO to design guitars that the CEO cared about, right? And so Chris designed the first 9, and when I took over at some point, Chris said, "You're the CEO now, you have a go at it." And so that's what I did, and that's the CEO 10. And I have that at home too, and I absolutely love it. I think it's a true Martin guitar classic, so I play that one a lot. It's in the works, it's coming, and it's going to be very different. So wanted to do something that's different, and so the next one will be very different, and I'm so excited about it because I have it in my office. I know exactly what it will be, and I'm very excited, and I hope people out in the world and our people from Thailand, our customers, will be very happy when they see the next model. You know, even though a lot of people would probably think a guitar is a guitar and everything that can be done with guitars has been done, we always look for different materials and new materials for us that we can use. I think guitar design has lots of different opportunities. For example, I love ways to, I talked about the custom shop earlier. I think to personalize your guitar, you know, that includes, of course, the aesthetics, right? Inlays, colors, the woods, as well as different sizes and styles. So to me, we're gonna continue to use our history, right? So, and find things that were very valuable in the past that we can bring back. But then we also will introduce new types of guitars and instruments. You know, last year, this year we introduced the Inception Maple, which is for us a sustainable guitar. It had a completely new bracing pattern, right? Skeletonized bracing, sonic channels in the wood to bring out a particular tone. And so that's just one example where we try to find new ways with guitars, but of course we also tap into our history and mine kind of historic issues that we can bring back or do something with. Modern Deluxe is another good example where we looked into the past about models that were very attractive and resonated with the market, but we wanted to modernize them, right? Which really led to the Modern Deluxe line, which has some modern features for pretty traditional guitars, and that's been doing quite well. So I think imagination can run wild, and there's lots of opportunity to do more exciting things, and we're gonna continue to do that. I think AI is happening, right? And some of these technologies, they are here. We are already using AI in certain parts of our company, like for example in software development and IT. We're using it there. When it comes to design, I think these tools can be very helpful. They don't replace the human impact and influence when it comes to design, but they can be very helpful to utilize, looking into everything we've done in the past and taking that data and thinking about, okay, what kind of additional things could we do or different things. They're a tool, right? And that's how we think about them. So we absolutely use AI already in certain parts of our business, and we think there are more things we can do with AI, but we're going to use them as a tool, not to replace kind of the magic we humans bring into the mix, especially when it's about instruments or music, which I think you can create music with AI. It's not going to replace what humans can do. So that's how we think about it. we work with lots of different artists, and when we work with artists on projects together, we want to make sure we honor the artist's vision, but we have good examples in the past where we offered more affordable instruments, like the Shawn Mendes was a great collaboration with Shawn to create an instrument that was quite affordable in our mind. So the answer is yes, we will continue to look for these kind of opportunities. In reality, it always depends on the artist's vision, right? And creating something that works for the artist, and that leads then to also things like what price points, who is the artist's audience, the artist wants to connect with. But I think if you look back at our prior offerings, we offer something for pretty much everybody. Well, I think first of all, as a player myself, a lifelong consumer, I do feel right now it's great to be a consumer, because I think whether you're looking for different kinds of instruments, there's a lot of choice. Whether you're looking for more help in learning, there's a lot of choice. It's great to be a consumer today, because I think the choices you have, the options, the offerings, and the quality that is out there is frankly, I think, better than it was ever before. And that's, not a Martin specific observation. Quality was always great for us. But if you look at some other brands, I think in general the quality has increased at the industry level. So I think that's good. What I would hope to see is actually less focus on just copying things that others have done, but being more unique and innovative in your own right. And so, because I actually think there's a lot more opportunity to be creative and innovative and pursuing new things. And there are some good examples in our industry, but there are also lots of examples where companies just take something that somebody else actually created and they try to just do the same, which I think ultimately doesn't help us to actually create more music makers, which I think this industry needs. We need to create more music makers, and we need to continue to make sure that we offer even more choice, so that these music makers that get started, that they stay with us, right? And that's, I think, really important for this industry, that we create music makers and we keep them, because there's a lot of competition from other industries for the time and the money that you could spend on music. You can spend it on other things too. So that's what we all should be working for, and we are a big part of it, and we will continue to do our part to make that happen. And I do think it's really important to connect with audiences, so I'm really excited to partner with you and to connect with our audience in Thailand. We want to get closer to the consumers and the players. We need to know what you all value, and then we can do something with it and bring something back that really fits with your needs and preferences. And so thank you for giving us the opportunity.